You go into your shower feeling, but as soon as you reach for the Irish Spring, your day immediately gets better. That crisp, fresh, unmistakable Irish Spring scent zings your brain and awakens your senses. So when you finally emerge from the shower, 37 minutes later, because you pay the water bill so you can stay in there as long as you want, you're ready to take on the day and smell great doing it. Irish Spring Body Wash and Bar Soap. Fresh, green, Irish. Shop now at Walmart.
From hobby farmers to weekend gardeners and everyone in between, Tractor Supply trusts 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business to make shopping more personal. Together, we're connecting over 2,200 stores with 5G business internet and powering AI so team members can match shoppers with products faster.
You're all set.
This is enriching customer experience. This is Tractor Supply with T-Mobile for Business. Take your business further at T-Mobile.com/now.
Just curious, you've lived this NFL life for years now. How much does the day after test you guys mentally when you take a loss like you did last night, and you could look at so many things you did well, but at the end of the day, the outcome is not what you want.
Yeah, I mean, being honest, it sucks. You have to come in the next day and watch the game tape of a game you feel like you should have won, but you just didn't execute enough to win that game. So, the thing about the NFL is it moves on, and if you let it could eat you up. So you got to come in that Monday, watch the tape, see what you can execute better, and then just drop it and move on to the next game because you have another opportunity to go out there and add to the win column, and that's what we're trying to do this week. Obviously it sucks losing that way. Guys are beat up, hurt, injured, but you just got to suck it up, put some dirt on it and just keep going.
The other thing is more of a big picture, but what you said, guys are beat up and hurt. When you look around the league, I don't even know if you have time to look around the league, but when you see guys get injured and some serious injuries that have happened over the last 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
Well, as a player, how do you kind of come to grips with that? I know it's got to be part of your DNA anyway to kind of deal with that, but it's not easy to see guys go out, I would imagine.
Yeah, I'm assuming you're talking about the Aiden play. I saw that.
Yeah, the Aiden play, and then elsewhere, like down in Washington, John Allen just went out with a torn pec. He's out for the year.
Really? Damn. Who?
John Allen, the defensive.
Really? Damn. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry for my language. Yeah, that's a bummer for them. Those are two great players. I've got to practice against Aiden during training camp, and that was a lot of fun. Me and him had a lot of good battles, and then Jonathan Allen, he's a great player too for that D-line for Washington. But, injuries are a part of this game, and that's what sucks about this game is you never know when they're going to occur, and when it's going to happen, there's no way to prevent it because you're going ball to the walls 100 miles per hour every single play, and you're not thinking about injuries in the back of your head because one thing I've learned in this business, if you try to prevent getting hurt, you're going to get hurt. So you just got to play every single game and every single down like it's your last down. And so, injuries are a part of this game and they suck, but I'm sure those two specifically are going to bounce back from this and, be better. And that's one thing that is a requirement to be an NFL player is, dealing with injuries or dealing with the bumps and bruises and the soreness and some of the pain and just being able to overcome that and keep going.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
No problem.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Jermaine.
How you doing?
Good. When your coach is going for it as much as your coach is it a different mindset when you kind of know we're in 4-down territory, virtually the whole second half?
Yeah. I like going for on 4th down. I mean, you have to have, how can I say it nicely? You have to be very confident. There's another term I was going to use, but I don't think I can use it. So you have to be very confident to go out there and execute on 4th down. You also have to have trust in your offensive line that they're going to do their jobs and block the people they need to block in order to get that conversion. So for us, we have a lot of confidence in our offensive line. The 5 guys out there, I trust every single one of them, or 4, including myself. We trust all of them, and I feel like we're one of those O-lines that are like that in the NFL. And like I said, I have a lot of confidence in us to go out there and play with 4 downs instead of 3. And especially when you're on their side of the field, if you're trying to get a conversion, I feel like you can trust us to go out there and execute to get that for 1st down And Tracy is a hell of a back too, and he's always going to make crazy cuts to get you those downs. And we have the receivers in order to execute also. So it's a lot of fun going for fourth down, and also just puts a lot of confidence in the offense, knowing that our coach trusts us enough to go out there and get down.
The first one early in the second half on that first series, I mean, that was, you guys are only down 7. It's they're 38 or, I mean, that's extreme. I mean, I don't know on the field at that point if you are thinking, like people in the press box might be thinking.
Yeah, we went into the game knowing that we were going to be aggressive on fourth down just because of the type of defense they are and how that D-line is. And, I mean, if you look at that play specifically, that D-line was rotating multiple guys in to try and, stop us from doing what we're doing. And so, I think that's the fourth down we got, right? There was only one we didn't get, right? Or it was, yeah, I mean, so... the momentum we had was going against them, and we were really confident that we were going to get it. And I mean, if you look at the huddle and you look at the offensive line, especially, we're going like this, like telling Daves, "Come on, let's go." And it's a little bit aggressive, but then also, I mean, that's the culture of the NFL. Detroit goes for it on their own freaking 20-yard line on fourth down. That's just the NFL, and that's just having a belief in your offense and especially your offensive line to get you the yards you need in order to convert.
I'm not trying to be a wise guy here or anything like that. I hear what you're saying exactly, right? You said, like, Dan Campbell goes for it, right? And people like that. He's a big guy and he goes for it. That's great. They're scoring a lot of points. You guys aren't. So when you look at everything, I know every week you say, this week we're going to do it. This week we're going to do it. And sometimes it happens, often it doesn't. Were you stunned that after last week in Seattle, your team only came out and scored 4 points in this game? Did you sit back and say, I did not see this coming?
4 points? You mean 7 points?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's the NFL. And like I said, and I always say, every single week is different. And, we're, like, I keep saying it, we're close to having a breakout game. And, it's the little things that we just got to execute better, whether it's picking up an extra block or, me trying to do a little bit more on a certain block, or as an offensive line, just trying to do a little bit more to make sure Daniel feels at ease in the pocket, or just opening up a certain lane to give Tracy an extra hole to run through. It's just little things like that. But no, I'm still confident as hell, and that's one thing that you're never gonna see me lose is my confidence in this team.
One more quick one. I know it's not just one player and there's no cavalry charge, but getting Malik back and Singletary back, I mean, they're 2 starting players. I'm sure that's something that everyone is looking forward to. Are you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want your best players out there, and, Malik's a receiver 1 in this league, and I honestly believe so is Slate, and Wandell's a great freaking player too, and so is Jalen. So, it's just an added component to our offense that will make us even more dangerous and help us fulfill what this offense can be and what I know it can be and what I see in practice. And, I know League really wants to get back out there. He's used to playing every single game, and it's probably just going to make him even more hungrier to get out there and just go back to doing what he was doing, which was terrorizing defenses.
Thank you, Jermaine. I appreciate it.
No problem.
Last one, Art Stapleton.
Hey, Jermaine, I just had one more for you. I know the pride you take in being a Giant, that you've talked a lot about it since you came home. I'm curious, I know it's still early in the week and you're still trying to get over last night, but Giants-Eagles week, what are your expectations? What are your emotions? And how intrigued are you to see how this team plays not only a game that you need, but within, one of these rivalries, especially with what's been going on between the Giants and Eagles?
Yeah, I mean, I think, some of the added things that happened in the offseason are probably going to make it a little bit more intense. But I've played in a couple of rivalries before, the Raiders and Chargers was a rivalry. The Chiefs and Raiders wasn't really a crazy rivalry, but last year we took it to them multiple times and we beat them on Christmas Day. Back when I was in Baltimore, Pittsburgh, I don't think there's a more physical rivalry than that. And my rookie year, I got thrown into that fire and it was pretty damn physical. So I'm used to those games where it's a rivalry, quote unquote, but. You can't put any added emotion into it. You just got to go out there and treat it like another game. And, I'm sure both teams are in must-win situations, especially us. We need to win, and we need to do everything on offense in order to help the defense and get that W at the end of the day. So I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. They have a really good D-line, good linebackers, couple of corners and safeties that like to talk a lot, so it's going to be a lot of fun going against them. You know, just adding heat to the fight and the battle, so it's going to be a lot of fun.